Hi, this is Cameron Kramer with MarketResearchRecruiter.com, and this is video number 4 on how to create a really professional, good-looking market research, web analytics, marketing analytics type resume from scratch. We're coming down the home stretch. We've done a lot of the work, and now we're going to start applying all the formatting that we've done. And you're going to see this is where the rubber hits the road, and it's pretty cool once we start digging into this. So let's go ahead and finally set up the resume that we've been working so hard on. So the first thing we need to do is let's go ahead and put the header in. And I always put the page number if the resume gets just disjointed. That way the reader doesn't have a hard time. You really want to make it as easy on the reader as possible. And that goes with everything having to do with your resume. And the interesting thing you'll see is when I put the page number here, is a page number format appeared over here. Let's just get rid of that. Keep it clean over there. And then you can switch between the top and the bottom, header and footer, and I already had this, I guess, from a prior resume. So, and that is, I have some LinkedIn references included here, but let's go ahead and do the, sorry, that's a footer. So you'll see that formats nicely. If I didn't have the references here, you'd probably put something like that, but since I do, it's kind of redundant and I might not include it, but let's just leave it there because your resume should have that in it for the most part. And what you'll see here is my name is here on the second page and not on the first page, so the first page is kept nice and clean. And everything is looking good so far. References furnished on request. If you go 3 pages, make sure that's just on the 3rd page, and you'll have to do some trickery to make sure that works properly. But let's go ahead and get to the formatting part, which is the meat of this entire video. So here we have it here. It looks kind of condensed and a little bit stacked up on top of each other. We really need to start creating space. And I actually see in a lot of resumes, you'll see that the spaces that people create are not always consistent, and this is a way to do it, that they'll always be consistent. So let's put 12 point before and after all of the section headers, and there you go. And then let's do company title. See, these are on top of each other. So let's go ahead and do company, and we'll do that at, say, let's do 6 point before each occurrence. So 6 point, and perfect. So now we're starting to get some good space. And the bullets, I like to do bullets at 3, at point 3. You can't get there. See, it goes at in 0.6 or 6 point increments. I do after, and you have to actually hit 3 and then go OK and OK, and you'll see that spreads out the document nicely. And this is my preferred format, but you'll see the problem is that now I'm looking to go onto 3 pages with my experience. So and that's a problem, and you want to keep the 2 pages. 2 pages is the perfect number. If you have more of an academic resume, or you have a long track record or experience, you might go to 3, but 9 times out of 10 I can get somebody onto 2 pages. It's something that's really recommended. You only have so much time, but if you have a lot of content, certainly go 3, but if you're more junior, stay to 1. For the most part, stay to 2 unless you can justify going to 3 with content. So let's go ahead, and what I would do in my case is I would go to page width, and some of the stuff that came over, specialties, that came over from LinkedIn, obviously I'd get rid of that. My volunteer experience, I could probably justify not having that in there, so in my case I'd probably lose that as well. And let's take a look at what that does to the whole thing. See, now we're on 2 pages, and that looks about right. You have the header here, and you have an option here too. You see that the header's kind of tight up here, so maybe what you could do, it's totally up to you. There's ways you can play with it. You can go to margins and you can give yourself some more space on that, and maybe you could go maybe the top 6 and make that 6, and the layout, bump that down a little bit to 3 and see how that looks. See, and now we're taking a little bit more advantage of the space, and that's it. That's essentially what you can do. The other thing that we did not reformat was the references, so let's just go ahead and do that real quick too while we're here. Let's go to page width, and for these, it's kind of like the bullets that we did earlier. So let's go ahead and modify that and do, whoops, sorry. Let's go to paragraph, and let's do after. 6 is a lot. Let's try 3. And OK. And you see that creates some nice spacing so that they know that there's difference in that. And since, see in this, it looks like you could probably keep it on 1 page, so I might be inclined to go ahead and do that. And again, I would, there's something I could do to get rid of that, the references furnished on request, but there you have it. And what I'll do is I'm going to clip my references out of here, because without that, it's doing, the resume template's doing everything it should. And then you're welcome to use it as much as you like. I'll have it posted up on the website, and you could use it freely. If you have any questions about it, feel free to call me. My contact information is all over the website, so just let me know, and good luck.